All right, welcome to another episode of Happy Hour Holidays, your go-to podcast for business, entrepreneurship, and life stories. I'm your host every single week, Manny Fresh. We got the resume Sean Fabre, and in studio today we got a special guest. We got Trop with Cinewave Studios? Films. Damn it, man. You had one job.
I know, I fucked up on the last guy.
One fucking job. Cinewave Films, man. This guy produces unbelievable videos. He's been doing it for a long time, so we're really honored to have him on here. Trop, welcome to the friggin' podcast.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. So let's talk a little bit about like what got you into videography, maybe from a young age or whenever that time started, and then what got you into like growing your business and now doing a whole bunch of different videos.
Gotcha.
So where was that point that you were like, all right, I really like doing this. And what age were you and where did it start?
Man, really, I've been playing with cameras since like I was about probably 17, maybe.
Oh, shit.
So I really started off with like a Canon photo camera. Like it wasn't really much for video. Like the 1080, we say 1080, but the regular people gonna say HD. HD. The HD wasn't even like cutting it really with that type of camera. I think it was a T3i.
T3i.
So it was like some real, basic stuff.
It was close to like the EOS, right?
Yeah. It was an eye, so it was still fun. Like it had the flip screen, but I started with that in high school. I was taking pictures.
How old are you? Just real quick.
I'm 24.
24. Oh,
24. Okay. Yeah.
It's usually a rude question. That.
What? No, come on, bro. Man, this guy always asks. He always asks. The ladies get pissed.
Well, he says high school.
Yeah, definitely women.
After the women's side, he goes, "How old are you?" And she's like, "Well, typically that's a rude question, but
I'm just trying to get a time frame."
Podcast. Let's get into it. But
Randy's getting all.
Yeah, man. I started in high school around 17, taking photos and stuff. I had no idea I was gonna do video. I was going around taking pictures of my friends and stuff. I was telling them to let's go to Ybor or something and figure something out. And I started an Instagram page for it.
Oh shit!
And it was crazy. It was called Wet Snap.
Wet Snap.
That sounds like a good app, dude. Like Snapchat,
right? So it was called.
Sounds like you were
Wet
taking
Snap.
a picture of things that were wet.
Nah. But my name is Tropical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trop for short. So I always had like the branding in mind. So that's why I was like, okay, wet. Like it goes.
Let's get tropical. Let's get tropical. Everybody love everybody.
Yeah. So but what's crazy is I started getting it going. I was feeling good. I was taking more and more pictures, and then, man, this could sound like I'm all over the place, but I was DJing also.
Oh shit!
I was DJing. Started DJing at 17. I kind of stopped a couple years ago just cause, but
what was your name though? Tropical.
DJ Tropical.
DJ Tropical.
Hey, you ever heard DJ? Yeah. We had DJ catching lightning last time. Yeah, I know. He was like,
that's crazy.
Well, actually, we've had a lot of DJs.
Hard.
I know, dude.
Catching lightning, bro. I was like, how the hell did he come up with that shit? He does a lot of weddings and stuff. So shout out to DJ Catching Lightning. We just had you on.
Real adventure guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. So one night I was DJing. And I left, it was the end of the night, I left my phone to charge. And I'm like, okay, I got this $100 Android, like nobody's gonna take it. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. I left my phone to charge and like went outside for a couple minutes to packing things up and stuff. And I came back and the phone was gone. And I'm like, damn, and I don't care that much about the phone because I know I can get another one. It's $100. Like, if I can't get it, my mom can get it. Like, I don't remember if I bought it the next day or my mom got it or whoever, but it's $100, $130 or something. So I'm like, yeah, boom, get a new phone. I go to sign into the Wet Snap Instagram and I couldn't sign in.
Damn, why? Because
I kept your phone.
I didn't know the password or whatever, and it wasn't like backed up to an email or anything. So, with any great thing, it's gonna be ups and downs and those trials and stuff. So I guess I see it now, looking back, like, wow, that was my trial. That was a little test. I was like, damn. So I just quit. I was like, ugh.
And it had a lot of followers too, huh?
It didn't have that much. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
But you still till this day, you don't have the access to it. So
don't know.
So you think the guy who stole your phone changed the password?
There's a small chance maybe I could figure it out. I don't think they just changed my Instagram, my wet snap.
Can't
Instagram
you just
password.
do like a forget password or some shit like that?
But it wasn't set up on the email.
Yeah, it wasn't tied back to
That's
anything.
what I was saying.
Damn,
Yeah.
okay.
But there's a chance that maybe I just spelled like one of my passwords wrong. Like maybe I could change one.
Just a couple letters, right?
Right, maybe. But I was not pulling up. We're gonna give it a second. But yeah, man, I gave up. I just had the camera sitting for a minute. Fast forward to 2021.
Oh, recently.
2021 or 2022. I mean,
yeah, somewhere around there.
It's all recently.
Yeah,
like when I was 17, it was like 2018. So it's like 4 years later or something.
Yeah.
So 2021, 2022, I got a Sony A6400, and that's the one I work with now. And I was working with that one for a little bit, just doing a couple things for myself. I shot a couple music videos for myself with a tripod and stuff, and those came out pretty decent. And then what I did, about a year after I got that camera, I decided to really like get serious with it, like, because I could make some money with this. I was like, okay, I got it. Like, I know I could do something with it. I did some great work. So I'm like, and I'm showing other videographers and they're taking it in and saying, okay, this is cool. So now I feel better. I'm like, okay, cool. I can make some money with this. Yeah. So that's when I got serious, like 2023 when I got serious. So I've been actually serious with it for a couple years. And since then, I just been really honing in on like filling in the gaps. You know what I mean? Like if I couldn't do something, I would figure out like
YouTube University, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like every time I run into something, I'm not just like, damn, can't do that. I'm gonna look it up and see if it's expensive or unnecessarily hard. Yeah. And then I'm gonna see. That's when I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna do it or not. Yeah. But yeah, I started off doing $150 videos. That's when I found out that cheap customers are the worst.
Yeah, cheap customers are the freaking worst, man. They expect the world, but there's like, oh, there's a reason you're paying this.
Very crazy. Yeah, very crazy how that's work. That works.
So let's say you went from 150 to 100 G's a video now, boy.
Yeah, 100,000. Yeah, man. I did a couple $150 videos.
Were they music videos?
Yeah, music videos.
Okay. Yeah. And that's where you primarily kind of like
mostly like music videos for artists, content for artists, like vertical performances, or maybe some behind the scenes, or a performance recap, or different, just basically tailored mostly around artists. Gotcha. You know what I mean? And then I started doing photos too, again, and I realized that I got it. You know what I mean?
You see the frame. You know, that's a hard thing for somebody to be able to capture the moment.
Right.
You gotta have the talent.
So what are some of the artists you've worked with? I know one of them. She.
Yeah, definitely artist.
Yeah, shout out She.
100%.
By the time this one comes out, your podcast will already be out. Yes, so shout out She.
Shout out to artist She, for real. Some other artists I've worked with, Famous Kid Brick. I don't know if y'all heard of him. Mm-hmm. K. Ruth. There's an artist named K. Ruth.
That sounds familiar, man.
Have you ever worked with DJ Swift?
Yes.
Yeah.
We haven't like intentionally collabed on videos, but like I've been to a few of his shoots and I'll like hold a light or something, or I'll shoot a scene just cause like that's my boy, you know what I mean? I met him in like 2018, and so he been seeing me like, you know, progress and stuff. So definitely shout out to DJ Swift too. Other artists, I can't think of too many artists with names right now.
Yeah. Well, as far as like the nightclub scene, I mean, do you do a lot of for like, you know, different nightclubs and stuff like that, events?
I do a little bit, but I'm kind of
just tailored in.
I'm kind of not wanting to do that too much.
Yeah, because I mean, you get
as trouble, I do it, Trouble.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm talking about you're out late night. I mean, there's trouble.
That's the trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Me being out late night, not leaving until 2 or 3 a.m. and then going home and not wanting to work on it because it's 2 or 3 a.m. Then the next day I might end up doing something, or also the fact that I might have to get up early the next day or whatever, and it just messes up the sleep, and sometimes that could be messed up for like a couple of weeks, just off of that one bad night, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm kind of shying away from that and going harder on promoting photos and the videos more than like working with promoters, even though they'll be easy to pay. You know what I mean?
That's how. What kind of photos are you taking? Are you taking like
more creative, like really?
Yeah.
Like I could
for the artists.
Show you a couple. Yeah, for artists and for regular people. Oh, the page had 30 followers. This is the wet snap. This is the wet snap.
Shit, man. He's at 30 followers.
Yeah, that's a little.
That's 17, though. You still want it back though.
Hell yeah, I might. Yeah, I
that's
might
a
figure
good
something
name.
out now. Like some of my photos and videos.
Let me see the photos. Oh, I guess you got to see him first. Damn, he's got the privacy screen for you guys that are listening.
Yeah.
You know what he's got that privacy screen for?
We got to put that up here next time, So
it would help if I was behind the computer, bro, but I'm not.
Yeah.
If you could be at two places at once, we could do this shit.
Oh, shit.
I like how y'all got the palm tree on the cup, like.
We got this.
Made
you work with
for me, like
you work with boxers too.
Yeah. I can't think of his name right now, but shout out to them.
Tayshawn.
Tay, yeah, shout out to Tay. Appreciate you. Yeah, he shared my work with his other guys too, so now they kind of put me a little bit too.
So, Chop, with Cinewave Films, what do you see the future coming in with Cinewave? Like, are you really trying to focus on trying to break through and get even more, high value artists to continue to shoot the music videos? Like, where do you see the business kind of going into?
Where I definitely see myself getting to that point, where I'm getting more high profile clients, more, bigger productions, but I don't see it by myself. By myself, I don't want to, put too much on myself, right? I want to have it where I'll have frequent people I work with, if not always the same people, right? To bring in whether the freelancers or the, mainly on this team. And I want to do it that way, right? Because, the way I see it, I really love to do the lighting, right? I love to shoot and to come up with ideas and stuff. So I would rather work with people that are well-versed in those areas and whatever other areas, the editing or special effects or, somebody's better than me at lighting or someone else is a creative director. I'd rather work with a team of people than do all of it myself and make it. I just know with a team it's just always better. Like, that's the easiest way to say it. With a team, it's always better.
But you like shooting the content. Is that your favorite part? Is shooting the content more so than the editing? But I mean, the editing you get to be creative, but at the same time, being out there and shooting the content is really fun.
I'll say right. That's the part for me. I love to go out and do the shooting and be creative in that moment. And I also love to make the colors pop and do the creative looks that I do. So those are my favorite parts that I really shine with.
I got someone I can put you in touch with
for editing.
No, just for everything you just described. Yeah. I got someone who I can put you in touch with. Shout out Andres Aquino, AQ Productions. I'm gonna send this guy your number. So let's go. This guy, he's been doing videography for like close to 10 years professionally, and he is, bro. If I showed you his demo reel, you'd be like, "Holy fucking shit!" But he likes to work with people where he shows them. Let's just put it this way: you would be great to collab with this guy.
Okay, bet.
Yeah,
I'll hit him up.
Yeah,
but basically what I'm saying is, I see myself in the near future. just getting higher resolution cameras to shoot higher resolution photos and higher resolution video. And that would be it for myself. You know what I mean? I wouldn't take my prices to the moon or do
Or maybe
a lot of crazy. Well, this is what I'm saying. I wouldn't force myself to learn a crazy amount of things to justify taking my price to the moon, or do a crazy, not crazy, but do so much more so that I'm justifying a higher price, like learning special effects or learning 3D or something.
You gotta pay your team, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So
I will do that when I have a team.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is my prices will go up when my resolution goes up, when the quality of work goes up, yes, but there's a cap to that, and I'm fine with that until I get the team.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing commercial work?
I'm saying we could take the levels. Commercial.
Commercial.
I haven't done any.
I mean, like maybe events, actual commercials, things of that nature.
Okay. You mean for businesses?
Yeah, for businesses. Because I mean, the ones that get paid are usually the business owners, not the artists that are just
there is that.
Because you said it yourself, paying $150, those are the ones that are the hardest to work with. But when they start paying $10,000, it ain't that hard to work with those people. And I mean, it becomes a little bit easier because business owners, they spend money on marketing, they spend money on advertising. Mm-hmm. It's within their budget. Yeah. Now it's just convincing them that you are the best person to work with. Yeah. Have you thought about commercial work at all?
I've definitely thought about it.
Yeah.
Definitely thought about
What's holding you back then?
Nothing. I don't want to say nothing. Yeah, I don't want to say anything's holding me back.
Exactly.
I'll never say something
because nothing's holding you back. Yeah, that's it, bro.
So, but definitely something to reconsider. That I wouldn't ever say anything is holding me back from anything. Mm-hmm. I'm just figuring out the way to make it work.
You're only 24, bro. You started 7 years ago. That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're a Tampa kid.
Yeah. I was born here.
Yeah, we're both born here.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Armwood.
Armwood?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. When I was growing up, they had the best football team.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do.
Where's Armwood at?
Kind of went down here a little bit.
Where's Armwood?
Isn't it off the I-4, right?
Sefner.
Oh, Sefner?
Yeah.
We went to Sickles.
Sickles, where's that at?
That's off of Gun Highway.
Downtown?
No. Like literally drive down this road, you hit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our football team sucked.
Carrollwood?
Carrollwood. Yeah, I would say Carrollwood. I mean, Odessa. I mean, somewhere around there.
Odessa.
Odessa. I never heard of that one.
It was them country boys out there. That's what it was. And none of them could play football. Sorry, Sickles football team. Y'all sucked. Bro, in my senior year, they did not win one game.
Not one game?
Not one.
They didn't win one game with us either.
Not one?
Not one fucking game.
They didn't even kick a field goal.
Yeah, he was on that team actually.
No, not a field goal.
Yeah, I wanted to play football. My parents were a pain in the ass with the whole breaking your neck shit.
You can only play.
But you play kicker. So I was like, all right, well, I'll be JV kicker when I was a freshman or a sophomore, whatever. And these guys never kicked up. But I punted a lot.
Yeah. Wow, that's not a good thing.
You had fun.
I had a good time.
Well, you also played on the soccer team. So.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I was a skateboarder. I was a little bit different there.
Yeah. In the streets.
Yeah. Street skating, actually.
Yeah, though, man.
So, what would you say, Trop? What's your favorite video you've shot? And who was the
favorite video I shot?
Yeah, what was the favorite one where you're like, damn, this shit came out dope as hell?
Man, can I say two?
Yeah.
Because one is a music video, and one is a performance video. Oh. Man, there's one performance video. It was the first one that I did with this look, with like these colors. And that's when I really was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Like the way I lit it, like I brought the light in the club. Yeah. It's like a light panel and I'm holding it like this. Yeah. And the way I lit it and how it looked in the club with the everyone's phone flashlights glowing in the back, like it just hit different. And it was the first one that I did like that. So it really sparked something in me. So I was like, oh yeah, I got to do some more of these. Like I can offer this now. Like,
so it was like a pivotal point in your business where you're like, damn,
that's when I started thinking I'm going to offer performance coverage. You know what I mean? Instead of, cause at first it was just like, oh, let me pop out to some performances and get some practice in. Now I'm like, oh yeah, I got enough practice. You know what I mean? It was this Laser Dim show. You know Laser Dim?
I think I've seen
he's
it.
He's an artist. He's doing good for himself.
Yeah.
They booked him in Tampa. He's from like Atlanta or something. They booked him in Tampa, and there was this girl that I met a couple months before then. She just got signed probably like a couple months before then. She literally got signed like a month after I met her. It was so weird. I was like, wow, that's amazing. But she was there, so I was like, oh yeah, Laser is there. Woo the Savage, that's her name. She was there, so I did her show performance, and like I'll show you, like it's just beautiful. I don't know, it hit different. And then there's this music video with this artist named Ybor, and that one just hit like.
That sounds like
it got like 80K on YouTube.
That sounds like a luxury brand right there.
Yeah,
right? It could be.
Either that or a cologne or some shit.
Nah. This is the performance video though that I was talking about.
Oh, is this you from the backstage?
Well, I was on the stage.
Oh, you were on the stage.
Yeah, on the stage with her.
You were filming it.
Yeah, I recorded that.
How's that how's that energy when you're back there and you're seeing the crowd and you're kind of getting
cool? Like,
yeah,
you like VIP and stuff. Like,
yeah, I mean,
that is sick.
I mean,
dude.
it's
Thank
like, I mean, I bet part
the
of
real question is how do you get the lighting right? Because the fact that you're able,
I got to bring in this panel. That's why my stuff kind of hits different because I always bring the lights in. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, you're exposing it correctly, and that's fucking hard to do because I don't even know how to do that.
You got to know the cheat codes.
The cheat codes, up, down, A, B, A, B, bro.
This is all you trial and error, right? You don't have like a mentor or anybody who's like helping you. You're
trial
just like
and error and YouTube.
And YouTube,
trial
right?
error. And
yeah, I mean,
that's funny because that's exactly how our real estate photography business started was trial and error in YouTube. Because we didn't fucking know how to use Lightroom. We didn't know how to use Adobe Photoshop, Premiere, nothing. And shit, we weren't going to pay for it. So we're like, fuck it. Let's just sit down for 30 minutes, figure it out. Okay, now there's another problem. Let's figure it out again. Another problem, 30 minutes. And then you'll always remember it because you sat there and you learned it. And then anytime I go back, because I don't really use Photoshop anymore too much. I use Premiere a lot. Anytime I forget something, it could be just the smallest thing. How to move a clip, just one fucking timestamp. And it's, Alt, Control, caret, and it's like, what the fuck?
Life changed when I learned about the Ripple Edit.
The what?
The Ripple Edit tool.
What is Ripple Edit?
I got it.
Is that on Adobe Premiere?
Yeah.
Well, when we get back on the break, I want to know two things. Has Trop ever flown a drone and done any videography on that? Okay. And then the Ripple Edit, the game changer. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with Happy Hour Holidays. You guys appreciate everybody tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And check out Cinewave Films, where you can get that icy shit. You know what I mean? We'll be right back. Cheers, Trop. Cheers, man. If there's anything you want to plug or, anything you really want to talk about, we can always talk about it too, man. Whatever. But right now, we'll go back into, have you ever flown a drone and are you using that?
Okay.
And then the ripple effect. I guess the ripple effect was...
Welcome back to Happy Hour Holidays. My brother thinks podcasts make themselves.
Don't they?
I thought so.
I mean, all you gotta do is sit here and talk, and then boom, a video shows up on the internet.
When my manager and my agent decided to sign me to this Happy Hour Holidays, they told me I would get unlimited high noons, and I wouldn't really have to do much. So, but we were talking to Trop right now. We were talking about, has he ever flown a drone? The audience wants to know the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who's putting a new spin.
That's yours, bro.
I don't give a fuck, man. Either way, they're gonna see my face. But have you flown a drone and have you used it for your videography?
So the answer to that question is no.
No.
You've never flown a drone?
Never flown
Damn,
a drone.
Trop.
Well, let me not say never.
Yeah.
I've definitely flown a drone, but like long time, like years ago, like before I even was doing my own camera work. Like as a teenager, I flown one just cause.
Well,
like,
actually, you know what? It makes
they were
sense.
all the rage, like drones and helicopters when they just dropped. Like
helicopters are hard to fucking
but it would
fly.
make sense because you can't fly a drone inside a club.
hell no.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's an outside performance,
If it's an outside venue, maybe you can.
Maybe you
know,
can. But
no, I haven't.
But what if it runs out of battery, it falls on someone and kills somebody?
Someone's getting messed up.
So, I mean,
Them things.
those things are so plasticky.
Those things are dangerous.
Bullshit, bro.
Bro,
Have
the
you ever,
Mavic Mini.
I cut my fingers.
Yeah, the way
the propeller,
that thing be spinning, man.
Yeah, the propeller.
With the Phantom 3, I was at a
Yeah,
property.
we're talking about the Phantom. We're not talking
That's
about the
a
Mavic.
drone. What the fuck
I know,
are you
but I'm talking
about?
the new ones, the Mavic.
So I went to go grab one, and it wouldn't stop spinning, and then
it kind of did a thing like
and then it straight up. I stuck my fingers up even further like an idiot because I thought I could stop the propeller.
No.
You can't fucking stop the propeller, bro. I saw
easily.
Nah, I didn't see my bone. Easily. Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
You're made out of the same shit I'm made out of, bro.
Metal thing.
I should have cut a carrot.
It cut a carrot.
It could. It could cut a motherfucker.
A steamed one. A steamed carrot. Maybe not a raw. Maybe.
Well, maybe I should have been high. Maybe I should have been like, here we go.
Trop, what's been one of your favorite venues you've been to?
Yeah, you mentioned Ybor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but
I fuck with Ybor.
Yeah, Ybor. But as far as like your favorite venue you've been to where you're like, damn, this is a good place to perform.
Yeah. I really like, I don't know if I can think of the name of it right now, but there's a venue in Ybor. It has like a very large floor and it's like 2 rooms. It's like an inside room. The outside part where the people are, actually.
Is that Gasper's Grotto?
I don't think so. No. But there's the outside, right? It's covered up mostly, but it's still outside. Yeah. That's where the music is. And then there's also an upstairs, which is outside.
Oh shit. Is there a rooftop on it?
Rooftop. I mean,
it's not Tangra.
Yeah, it's like a rooftop, but with the rooftop you could look down on the floor. That's the main part of the venue. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a real nice place. So. It's a real nice place. They got like art on the inside part.
Right? It's not really big.
No, it's not that big.
It's like a square though, and then the balcony wraps around.
Yeah, like
bro,
a little bit.
There
so you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and there's a stage
like
out
you can
front.
get in with the elevator on the inside, or you walk all the way down to the stairs.
Yeah, I haven't been there in like 15 years.
That shit's nice though.
I forget what it's called though.
I mess with it. I don't know, but I say that's my new favorite venue. If we're talking about like just overall vibe, like, you know what I mean, and they got a good sound system too.
They got a good
For being outdoors, they got a good sound system too. Yeah.
And they have some high talent people over there that go and
all the events are like, whether it's different types of crowds, like they're always a certain level of nice. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whether it's something more classy or it's something more rugged with like the type of music or whatever. Either way, like the people are coming like nice, like, you know what I mean? There's a certain level of maybe a little bit of respect to the venue, or I don't know if they're just real good with picking their clients, like declining certain promoters or whatever, certain types of events. But yeah, every event I've been to there is always like real nice, good vibes for sure.
How you felt Tampa like since you've been in Tampa, born, raised here? How have you seen Tampa change now? And grow. Yeah, and grow. Like, man, I mean, downtown. Water Street, all that stuff. I mean,
I got some words, man.
Yeah,
go ahead, say them.
Man, the first thing I just thought of when you said that, man, the E-boy stuff, man. And you know what? It all makes sense. I understand, the extra security and all that type of stuff, but. And it's going down a little bit, which I'm happy about. It's not so much.
Are you talking about crime? Is that what you're saying?
No. The blocking off the roads and stuff. You know what I mean?
7th Ave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, there was a day where you could drive down Ybor.
I thought you still could.
Well, now you can again, but there was a period where it was pretty much blocked off. Like every probably Friday and Saturday. It was blocked off like in certain sections. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're still doing it, but it looks like they loosened up a little bit, but it was just like, it was weird. It was so weird. I know it threw everybody off because it's like, yo, like, we're supposed to, especially for those people that literally go there to show off their cars on their motorcycles. Like,
that drive up and down.
Why can I not drive straight? Why do I have to go off? And it was weird.
Go off on 8th Ave.
I do remember that. Even when I was going back in the day, like people would go back and forth, but they would show off what the whip motorcycles.
Go back and forth.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what people did for fun sometimes.
You ever been to St. Pete? First Friday?
I've been to
First
St.
Friday?
Pete. Well, no, not the Strip. Not any...
Okay, but because First Friday, that's what they do. They block off.
It's no longer First Friday.
It's no longer.
Yeah, they got done with that.
When the fuck did that happen?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got done with that.
Getting rid of everything flying.
Yeah, like, there's no more First Friday.
And you got to pay the parking.
Yeah,
it's not too bad though.
No, I mean, no.
It threw me off the first day I saw it though. But I was like, but then it's like $3. So I was like, okay,
it's $3 ain't gonna be too bad.
No, I think it's like. Maybe on the weekend it might be $3, but I think it's like $150 or something. You know, like that regular downtown parking.
Anytime I go to Ybor, I park in the parking garage all the way at the end.
Yeah.
That's easy. Hey, get out. It's off at 8th, I think. Yeah. Off at 8th. And then you could just walk to wherever you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, I mean, I don't want to be fucking driving down that strip. But I get what you're saying because I remember going down there. You know, you had the big ass rims, the guys with the motherfucking systems, and I used to be in competitions. And I almost went to the U.S. finals. I was actually invited. I just didn't have money to go. Okay. And I mean, bro, they're blasting, and that shit is pretty.
It's a vibe.
There you go. I mean, you get a different vibe in Ybor, downtown, Soho, and then West Shore, and then international. It's just depending on what kind, how you're feeling.
Yeah,
that's really definitely
what it is. What did you think about the Tampa Bay Rays
and then casino
being in Ybor? Like, what did you think? How do you think that would have changed it a little bit? I mean, would you be like for it or against it?
I'm for it. I'm for it.
I don't think it should be in Ybor.
Why not? Bro, Gasworks. Right there. Bro, the stadium would face downtown Tampa.
It'd be hard.
And it'd be from the trolley.
I feel like that would be the beginning of Ybor.
The beginning of the end?
You know what I mean? Right? And then it'd be like, okay, cool. Now let's add some new luxury apartments in Ybor.
Aren't they already doing that?
Probably. Yeah. But, they're still like, probably like rustic type, like loft type,
Like the box factory loft.
Right. Yeah. But I feel like with that type of thing, it might start to.
I don't think they're gonna tear down any historic buildings anymore, man. I mean, have you ever been to Bourbon Street
Bourbon Street, Louisiana?
In Louisiana,
yeah, I have. Yeah, I've been once. It's cool.
Me too. I've only been one time. It's real
cool.
Yo, the French Quarter is fucking from the fucking 1870s. They haven't torn that shit down. That could be our Bourbon Street, Ybor City.
It literally is.
It really is right now.
Like,
I mean, you got the Cuban club, you got the fucking Italian club, I think also.
I don't know.
No. But it's all brick buildings.
And brick roads.
Yeah.
I like how they redid the brick road. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's the good stuff. That's what we need to have the stuff, revitalized, taken care of.
You guys know what Ybor stands for, right?
Nah. It's an acronym?
No, I don't know.
It can't be. No.
Just see if I got one of y'all.
Hey, so Trop, what do you like to do on your spare time? I mean, besides, like what football? Do you like to do? I mean,
nah, not a football. No, I played. Football? No, not played. I tried out for the football team in high school. Fun fact.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
No.
It was like I went to the tryouts and I was like, I wanted to do it for fun.
Yeah, for fun. Yeah.
Right? I wanted to do it for fun. But this is Armwood High School, so it's like, I mean, you gotta want to be in the league. You know what I mean? So I'm at the tryouts and stuff, and they were all like, if you don't do this, like, you're not making the team. Like, you're a bitch. Like, not saying that, but basically, like,
to a certain extent, they're like
on that real coach shit, and we not even on the team yet. And I was like, all right, like, I don't care that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave this to the guys that really care to play football. I was just gonna do it for fun. I didn't see it as like my future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%.
So that was that little sidetrack. But damn,
No.
I love it.
No. Like, what do you like do for fun?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like
Man,
just in general.
outside of videography.
Yeah, outside of videography.
Do you watch sports, like anything like
Nah,
that?
I don't really watch sports, but what I really like to do
Let's go.
is no, not yet.
Not yet.
I really like to make beats and stuff.
Oh,
I make
fuck.
beats too.
You got a SoundCloud?
That's right. You were
Nah,
you were a DJ. I mean,
Yeah, I
did you
was
ever
a
think
DJ
about
and
picking
an
that
artist.
up again, or once that wet snap happened, you were just like, I'm done with this shit?
Nah, I didn't stop DJing at that point. I stopped DJing when I got serious about my music artistry because I was like, okay, I was seeing everybody else that was a DJ and an artist, and they were a DJ as artists. You know what I mean? Like DJ Luke Nasty. You know what I mean? You think of anybody that's a DJ and an artist, they're not like
DJ Khaled.
Right, he's a producer.
Oh.
But you know what I mean? They're just not.
I thought he says another one.
Yeah. Yeah, he just be he be putting it together. That's producer stuff, you know what I mean? But I didn't think I was a DJ type of artist, so I was like, okay, let me detach this from my name. That's all.
So are you
but
composing?
for fun,
Are you composing?
not like like
Yeah.
not like Beethoven.
No, I don't mean
but
like,
I'm putting loops
like
together,
beats
samples.
together. Yeah.
Well, not loops. I don't really use.
And
too
you
much
got the
loops.
pad. You got the pad that's
yeah. I've played with those before, but I do mostly like clicking it in.
Yeah.
But I like that. And another thing I really like to do is eat, like some food. Like, yeah, you gonna shake on it?
Yeah,
That's what you say?
no. I was just thinking, damn, it's gonna look like he eats.
No,
you can tell I eat, dog. You know.
Yeah. No, I really love to eat.
Yeah.
Favorite
man, I love to
restaurant
try
in
new
Tampa,
food,
bro.
You follow a lot of the Instagrams
I do some
around
of them,
Tampa,
yeah, I
right?
do, yeah.
So you can see what new places.
Yeah,
Like
I
Tampa
love
Bay
that
is
Brick
awesome.
doing it now. Famous Kid Brick. He's been putting me on some places.
Yeah.
Like what? Give us one.
Man, Yuppie. He was lit. Oh my god.
Yuppie?
He was lit. No, Yuppie.
Yuppie? That's
it's
the name
called
of the place?
Yuppie. It's in Ybor. Shout out to Yuppie, man. It's in Ybor. They got the best wings, right? They don't have a bunch of flavors. They have a few flavors, but they really stand out with like the texture of the wings. Like it's just
Are they double baked or something?
different.
Are they double baked? Still?
I don't know the terms, but it's built different, man.
Give us another one.
Okay, so Yuppie,
Yuppie.
it's something like
Top
I've
five.
never eaten there. I gotta try that.
You go
one.
to Yuppie real quick, get some wings, get some mac and cheese, cornbread stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to get fancy, you go to La Teja
La
Gaúcha.
Teresita. Wait.
Oh.
I think that's how they say it.
Say it again.
La Teja Gaúcha, something like that.
La Teja
It looks like La Terragacha.
La Terragacha.
If we're speaking like Americans, but they're Brazilian, so I asked them how to say it when I was there.
I know what you're talking about. The
On
Brazilian
Del Mabry?
steakhouse.
On
Yeah.
Del Mabry?
Yeah, that one's good as hell.
Oh, Southdale, maybe.
Yeah, Southdale
That's
Mabry all the way,
the
right?
best
We've been there.
place ever you can
That
ever
place is
go
fucking
anywhere in
good.
Tampa.
Bro,
like,
I love
is
that
good,
place.
bro.
and five stars all around.
Yeah, but I hate
man.
the only thing I do
Our
hate
buddy
is that
works there.
you got the green spot on, man. They don't stop.
Oh
And
my
then-
god! You be forgetting. You like, okay, let me flip it. Like, hold on.
Because I'm like
Hold on,
trying to
relax.
catch my breath. You know,
No,
I'm
for
like,
real.
yeah, I'm trying to enjoy it, and they
Yo,
just keep going. They just keep
We
going.
went there around Christmas, man. Like,
I know what you're talking about.
I
They're
barely
good.
breathe. I was like,
And even the
like-
salad bar is good. Like you would think,
everything.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Everything,
I went there with my wife. I was like, damn, I'm really feeling.
No, we all went there.
Yeah,
remember?
no, I know, but I went there.
Gaucho.
No, I know, but I went there.
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know, but I went there recently
It's
with my wife.
Portuguese.
We were just like, we love Brazilian steakhouse because
Yeah.
I mean, Texas to
Oh, we can
Brazil
tell,
isn't
boy.
too bad. Have you been there? Texas
No,
to-
I haven't.
But it's like another similar one. You know, it's
Yeah.
an international mall, but that one's good too. But
Which one?
Texas to Brazil. It's like kind of like a chain one.
Yeah, right in front of.
But I mean,
Corona.
that once I went to the Terra Gaucha,
Yeah.
man, after we went there, it was just
Nothing
like, no,
compares.
it was really good, man. And I mean, I like steak, you know, or whatever the hell he put in front of me. But
No, bro.
I
We
think-
were over there. This motherfucker was like,
Yeah.
he kept his card green, and somehow they kept cutting on top of it. He's like, no, come on.
It just
come on.
kept piling up. Like,
And then to the point where they're like, sir, we need to, serve
Hold on.
other customers.
yeah, bullshit. I couldn't,
He had lamb, goat, steak.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I like
Pork
that
chop.
meat, man.
For sure, man. That's where it's at.
They
man.
bring them in the
But I definitely-
I give them some free promo, man.
Yeah.
Service.
Service is good
Food,
too. Yeah,
10
food.
out of 10. Service, 10 out of 10.
Drinks.
And the price.
The price isn't bad either.
Price is not bad.
The price is amazing. Like, if minimum, you're going to pay like $80, but that $80 minimum for what you're getting.
All that good steak. I mean,
it's high quality meat.
Yeah.
Hell, you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, I always
crazy,
get them. I always go, no, let me get that medium rare. You know, bring it back medium rare because I mean sometimes they have the steak come and it's like well done or medium, but I gotta have that medium rare to kind of taste.
And that's what's also amazing.
You can ask them. Yeah, you can be like, hey, you know, I want this one, but I don't want it medium.
Let me go check on it, and then they'll literally come back
and they'll
1 minute later, like, okay, I checked on it. This is how long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
You know what they didn't have? Duck.
I think that's the only thing they don't have. Yeah,
I thought it was more for steak. Well, they had pork. They had pork.
They had everything.
They had chicken,
I guess.
Beef.
They didn't have anything exotic like gator or duck.
Yeah.
Ooh, gator's good.
Yeah,
you ever
I
never
had gator.
No,
Have you ever walk-ons?
Yeah, walk-ons over there. Walk-ons.
Walk-ons.
They say Midtown.
No, I haven't.
It's a Louisiana bistro. They have gator bites fried.
It's like a Hooters.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, there's some titties out there.
Yeah, it's like it's like a Hooters vibe, but it's Louisiana style, and it's like
they wear skirts.
Their gators are freaking good.
Okay, I'll try it out. Walk-ons.
Yeah, walk-ons. But they have one in Midtown, and they have one in Wesley Chapel over there, or by the outlets. But I mean,
I'm gonna try it. Like crates.
Just south of the crates.
Okay.
So it's by where Pop Stroke is, like right next.
Well, that's if you're going to the one in Wesley Chapel.
Well, the crates are north. Yeah, no, he has.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, I'll try that.
Bro, gator is fucking off the chain.
So definitely Tierra Gaucha for you is number one.
That's number one, man.
So B-Day, you're going there, right? That's where you're at.
Probably. Yeah,
I'll be like, I'm definitely.
I feel like you should only go there like.
Well, yeah, you can't go there.
Couple times a year, man. The way you just fill up, man, it's out of hand. Like it's out of. But you're going to get your money's worth.
Yeah, I know. That's 100%. I'll be there from 11 a.m. when they open up all the way till 4. I'm like, yo, no, I ain't done, man. I ain't done.
That's the other thing. You can chill.
Yeah.
There's another point right there. Like, you could chill.
Yeah. I'm sure at some point, sir, you have to leave. You've eaten half the restaurant.
But I know my buddy over at Ballyhoo's, they used to have all-you-can-eat crab legs. Mm-hmm. And that motherfucker would show up right when that bitch opens up, and he'd be there until fucking dinner time. Take a break. He'll be drinking. Yeah, because he'd be drinking. You know, he'd be hammered by the time. I showed up, like with a girl I was dating or whatever. I'm like, what's up, man? How long you been here? He's like, got here at 11. I fucking had like probably about, because you'd be like, I have like 2 or 3 beers, and then I get another fucking stack, and then I have another 2 or 3 beers, I get another stack, and that motherfucker was like 5 or 6. I'm like, when you leaving, dog?
I mean, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he was
and
cool,
and he wasn't fat. He was like,
I mean, crab legs ain't gonna get you.
He's just getting his feel.
But no,
I don't know, 8 hours worth of getting your fill.
That's a lot of fill. You overfull at that point. Like,
I mean, shit, gasoline spilling out of the fucking tank. I don't know.
But what would you say right now is like, you're in your, mid-20s. So what would you say is the hottest spot right now in Tampa? Like, as far as
if you want to get some pussy.
No.
Oh, wait, that's not what you were talking about?
Nah.
Okay.
I was talking about just like if you want to go have a good time on the weekends. If all your friends
maybe get some pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, I really like I'm gonna name a couple different spots. Like, I think
is AMSO on there?
Like, huh?
Is AMSO on there?
What's it called?
AMSO? American Social?
Never been there.
You never been there?
My God, go there. Go there.
Okay.
I don't know. All the young people always tell us, AMSO.
Okay, I'll try.
Some very attractive women tell us that.
I would
supposedly, allegedly.
I would say like Urban 1701.
Where's
That's like, it's on Florida.
Okay.
Urban for like a young urban crowd, 1701.
1701.
Sounds like
for like also the same crowd. Well, also a young crowd, less urban.
Yeah.
Man, McDitton's, I think.
McDitton.
That's Soho.
You gotta go there on Friday, dude. They have the 5.
I love McDitton's.
Did you see what happened?
The DJs are always amazing. Like the DJs are always amazing.
Did you see what happened over the weekend?
No.
I heard of that.
Yeah, all the HSCO, City of Tampa cops also pulled in and started closing down Soho.
Why?
I have no fucking clue, bro.
I think it's something about like
They were looking for something.
checking for underage girls or something like.
So they went to McDitton's,
that makes sense, though.
Lodge,
I mean,
all
McDitton's,
this
Some
bullshit.
people, I saw people. There's a page called Tampa Ladies.
Yeah,
that I follow.
we had
and
them
then
on.
everybody's
Cliff.
talking shit on there, like why they? But I'm like, if the caption says they're, doing a check for underage girls mainly, it's usually going to be underage girls than guys that they let in.
Yeah, because
that was
they're
on
not gonna let in
Saturday.
underage guys. They'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that was on
but
Saturday.
if they're doing a check for that, I'm just like,
Are you saying it was clickbait?
no. What I'm saying is, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at that. I'm gonna be glad. Like, get them out of there. Like, go do some homework. Or like go get on TikTok or something. Like not that grown people can't get on TikTok.
But let's just say
that
they're 18. They're just not 21. Let's just say you're not allowed to drink, right?
You're still not allowed to drink.
You're not allowed to drink, right? So
right.
you can wait. You can wait. You can get drunk the rest of your life after you're 21.
Now let me ask you a question. You never drink before 21, bro? I started drinking when I would turn 15.
No, I was definitely drinking.
As we can see here.
At home and then
this is water.
Yeah, I was definitely drinking.
So I
went to the strip club at 16 for the first time.
Damn, I wasn't able to get in.
Remember I was DJing?
Yeah.
So I was DJing and I was networking with artists and stuff. So I went to this artist show at the club and first
was
time I went to the strip club, I was
he
like
in
16.
Tampa?
Yeah.
Which club? I can name all the strip clubs.
I can't name me a couple.
Scores, Mons Venus.
It's one that's
Pink
like
Pony,
it's, I don't know if it's
Penthouse,
closed down, but it's not like jumping no more.
Odyssey.
G5. That's where I went.
Oh shit.
It was called G5. I don't know if it's still around.
Probably not.
But it was called G5.
Was it like on Alamo or on Florida?
Nah.
What road
I don't
was it
remember
on?
what road. I was 16, so I wasn't.
I
I could have been the one driving, but I wasn't
like,
driving. I wasn't driving. Yeah, I was just hanging out. Yeah. Happy I was going to the strip club. Like,
It wouldn't be that.
Let me see some titties.
it was crazy. I had like $15 like in my pocket. I was like,
You slap that shit on there
we
for
go,
about 20
like
minutes.
we could do it.
You gonna
like,
get it? Yeah, you
so
gonna
I
get it.
pulled it out, and I was like, it was gone in like 1 minute. And I was just like,
what do I do?
like what is life like? I was like, what is life, man?
No,
like,
you're lucky it was only $15. If you pull out 500
Right.
and then in 20 minutes they go.
That's why I was always happy that I learned at that point already. I was already scarred.
Yeah.
Cause that $15 meant a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
Especially at 16.
So when I started getting money for real, I was like, yeah, cool. Like, I'm going to leave it at a good, 50, 60, maybe 100 on a good day. So I don't feel like I lost something for real. Like, okay.
Shit, I'd rather take that to a casino. Fuck a strip club.
That's what I'm saying. Definitely.
When we get back with Chop, we're going to talk about, he gave us 1701 and McDitton's, but we didn't finish off the list. He's going to give us the hottest places in Tampa when we get back on Happy Hour Holidays. Like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate everybody out there listening to us and tuning in. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Happy Hour Holidays.
Where Manny is not a true professional.
And we're kind of rounding out Tampa Bay, hotness right now. Where to go? We had 1701, a little bit more of a young urban feel. Then we had McDitton's. I mean, if you haven't been to fucking McDitton's and you're a Tampanian, I don't know.
Then we had American Social.
No, he didn't put that one on.
I did. I did.
No, but I was going to tell you the McDitton's is what I remember is we used to do the McDitton's from 5 to about 7. Where they have all you can drink and you get a cup and then you fill that shit up.
And they also had soccer playing.
No, but no, that wasn't on Friday. So Friday night was hot. It was 5 to 7. You're doing all you can drink, and then you go to Hyde Park Cafe and you do the 8 to 10 all you can drink $10.
I've never been in the daytime.
No,
I've never been in the daytime. I've done multiple. Can't count. Probably maybe on one hand, but. A few Saturdays.
Saturdays is good too.
Saturday night.
Oh,
not
Saturday night,
any
yeah.
daytime.
Well, then Hyde Park on Thursdays had the Latinas out there.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a Spanish,
bro.
They had the rap. They had a whole bunch of stuff, but it was a good feeling. So we got Trop saying 1701, then we got McDitton's, and then to round off the top 5, what would you say the other 3 places are?
Man, I could say Man, I gotta think. I really gotta think.
What area? I mean, what did you say? I mean,
oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Or Hard Rock Cafe.
I guess we can mix it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I say
sure.
like a strip club. You trying since we were kind of talking about that.
Man, it don't matter anywhere.
A good strip club is like Truth. Like if we talking about girls, like the girls gonna be at Truth. Truth
where the fuck is Truth at?
It's near the stadium, Cayuga Street. Or Cayuga.
Yeah, Cayuga.
Yeah, near the stadium. Near
I've
the
never heard
stadium.
of that one.
I've never fucking heard of that one either.
Urban.
All right.
Urban place. They're gonna have all the big booties there.
Big booty shout out to
but different type of not just black girls or anything, but it's gonna be mixed in there too, like all type of people, you know what I mean? There's that place.
So that's number
else?
3. That's number 3.
We'll put that more in number 5. Like strip club is not the first place you think to go. You know what I mean? We're gonna put it at number 5. What other place? I don't know. I don't go to the club too much.
Damn, how have
What
I
about
not heard
beach?
the casino,
What about bars
bro?
or just in general?
Bar.
Yeah.
It used to be Postcard Inn.
I'll say I haven't been there in a long time, but I used to DJ there at like there was a promoter that threw a lot of events there that I used to DJ with, and it was always good vibes at a White Lie. I never been there as like a customer, but it was always a good vibe at White Lie. Ybor, been there?
No, I haven't been to that one.
It's cool. It's a cool spot. Shout out to White Lie. Definitely cool people.
Half the places we've been to probably don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, Jackson's, AMSO, then it was like Krabby Bill's over there right in front of Whiskey Joe's. And now it's Hogan. No, it's WTR.
I don't know. Is it still
I've been there too.
Yeah, that one.
I've been there. I wouldn't give it such a high rating. I'm not giving it a low rating, but like it's not like
I want to go.
Oh yeah, you gotta go. Like
what about Postcard Inn? You didn't even mention PCI.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, let's say during the summer, as far as like beach bars, what would you say?
Definitely Waterdam. I'll definitely say Waterdam.
Yeah, so PCI.
That's really like the only beach bar that I've been to. Really.
Okay,
like,
then you need to go to PCI because literally PCI is on the Gulf. It's literally you walk out of
Pete.
Yeah, it's in St. Pete. You walk out of the boardwalk. It's not a boardwalk. It's a deck, and they got a bar right there. And you just walk out. You're right there on the Gulf, and it's fucking
like the pier, like where the
like a beach.
It's a day towards the beaches. Yeah, New St. Pete. What do you think about the New St. Pete Pier? Like, did you ever go to the old one?
I was about to say the first time I've been there was like a year and a half ago or something.
What'd you think?
Like,
did you ever?
Whenever we went to the beach, it was always like Clearwater. So.
Yeah, Clearwater.
So we went to. I went to St. Pete Pier like for the first time like a year or so ago.
What'd you think?
And I think it's real nice. I went at night.
Yeah.
It's real cool. I like how they got a restaurant right there. Like I didn't eat there, but I walked the whole thing, checked it out, went inside the restaurant. Because you can kind of like walk around there pretty much. So it's real nice. It's real nice.
And it's really
and then
cool.
they have like it was winter. They had like people ice skating and stuff.
Oh shit!
In that that concrete area.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good vibes. I mess with it.
And now they have a ferry that takes you from Tampa Bay Convention Center all the way to downtown St. Pete for like $25.
That's turn
round trip.
That's turn, man. They know what the tourists
like,
want.
Fuck
man.
Uber, bro.
Hell yeah.
I mean, honestly,
you could be the boat ride is an hour, and you get on at.
Dude, I might as well drive.
No, bro,
because you're chilling though.
You're chilling
have a conversation.
They got some beer or something on there.
Yes.
Oh,
full fucking bar, bro.
You sold me.
Okay. Yeah, I doubt that. Your wife would never let you do that.
My wife lets me do a lot of stuff.
Well, we're not talking about.
I definitely mess with that pier. Definitely mess with the St. Pete pier.
The crazy thing is, the one before had like an aquarium inside of it and all that shit. Yeah.
No, there is. It was closed because it was late when I went there. But
no,
there was something with like some fish inside. I remember looking through the windows. There was something with like fish and stuff in there.
Back in the day, I felt like it was bigger.
Like a full aquarium.
Yeah, full aquarium. Okay. But I mean, the old school one, I felt like it was way bigger. I mean, they made this one more like an outside area, but this one definitely was kind of cut. I feel like they didn't have enough funding to make it as big as they wanted
Wait,
to.
so you've been to the new pier?
Yeah, I've been to the new one.
Well, what the fuck can you do there?
Well, I mean, there's food. Like he says,
Food,
there's restaurant.
It's a restaurant at
It's
the end
like-
of it. And,
Is there a restaurant at the top? Because it's a building, right?
Yeah, I think it's like at the end and it kind of goes up. I think it does go up. Yeah, you like walk up some stairs. Yeah,
that place.
Yeah,
That place wasn't
it's
bad.
cool.
But changing the subject, and let's talk a little bit about music.
Hell yeah.
So we always like to ask people that love music, what would you say?
Top 3.
Top 5, man. Top five
you were
artists.
getting on me for top
Artists all the
5.
time.
I'm saying
Artists.
top 3's
Well,
enough.
because I mean, there's so many
Man.
artists over time. I mean,
Yeah.
So are
like-
you saying top?
Because music's
5
like
over time?
it's like a portal, of
Yeah.
time.
For
50
sure,
Cent
for
back
sure.
in the day was hot, and then you have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
whole bunch
Whoa, he's still good.
Well, everybody be having their moment.
yeah, moment. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
All
So
right.
what would you say ranking? I mean, it doesn't have
In
to
no
be in order.
particular
Yeah.
order.
I was about to say I can't
No
really
particular
say
no
an
order.
order for real.
Yeah,
man.
just the 5. In your
Yeah.
opinion, the best that you feel
I
like
got
you
you.
vibe to.
Man, the first one I just thought of is Rich Homie Quan. Y'all know Rich Homie Quan?
I've heard the name. I don't know who it is.
Man, Rich Homie Quan, like him and Young Thug.
I remember Young Thug.
You know what I'm saying? They had a run, like they had a crazy run together.
Yeah.
Like of course they did great by themselves
Yeah.
too, but they had a crazy run together, and
This
that's
could
when I
be any
found out.
genre,
real-
by the way. It doesn't have
Of course,
to
of
just be
course.
hip hop.
But these are my people, like But yeah, 100% Rich Homie Quan. He's not with us anymore, but
Oh shit.
that boy did his thing. Like it's crazy. I met him like a couple months before he passed. Sadly, it was crazy. It was like on some. It wasn't on like a VIP thing, like as a fan type of thing. It was like at an Airbnb thing, and he came up to me. So I was like, "Oh yeah, like I gotta look like somebody." You know what I mean? Like he was leaving out. He was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And I wasn't the only guy there. You know what I mean? It was a couple other people there, but he came to me. He was like, "Yeah, nice to meet you, man."
Did you have a conversation with him?
Nah, that was it.
Oh,
That was it. But like he was there with me having a conversation with other people, so I guess like I don't know,
Maybe
he seen
over,
something like I guess so.
All right, there's number
So
one.
that made me feel good. That's one. And then I just go right into Young Thug 100%. Like I've been on Young Thug since like damn near the beginning of Young Thug, like 2014, like or something. Like him and Rich Homie Quan around the same time. They're both from Atlanta. I was messing with their music for a long time. And then I'll say Future a few years after that.
I like Future too. He had some good songs.
You can't leave Future out. There's no top nothing list. Like, oh my God.
When he was with that whole thing,
Future is the one. Like longevity, versatility. Future, man.
do you think he messed up by letting go of Sierra? Or you think he already ragged that out?
That's how he won.
Yeah?
He did what he had to do.
Yeah.
You got with somebody famous. It brought some attention to yourself.
So he wasn't
Not that was the only reason he did it.
So he
like,
wasn't famous when he met Sierra? He wasn't.
He was doing his thing in his
He was
own
coming up.
city,
he was
coming up.
in his city
He was
and
coming
for
up.
himself. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not on a definitely not global, not so much on an international scale either. You know what I mean? So Sierra kind of helped take his career to the next level with an attention viewpoint.
Yeah.
Not so much as like she made it happen, but of course he's skilled and he did his
she
thing
helped,
and he's
though.
great.
She
But
helped, though.
as for the attention, like the
Yeah.
media, being all in the media with them being together.
We
That's
got
3.
two more. We got
That's
two
3.
more. In no particular order.
No particular order for
Yeah.
sure. Shoot, other artists. I'm gonna say Chance the Rapper.
Okay.
I don't listen to him for real nowadays, but he had a huge place in my middle school time. Like I was on his ass. Like he dropped this mixtape called like Acid Rap, and then Acid Rap 2, and then he dropped a few more projects after that. I was really messing with him.
Was he on like Dat Piff?
He was, oh my God, Dat Piff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on Dat Piff, man.
That's where all the hot songs
Don't get me
come
started
out
on Dat
before
Piff.
any songs come out.
Almost every other day in art class, I was on Dat Piff,
Yeah.
seeing who dropped. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. But Chance the Rapper,
So that's four.
honorable mention for sure.
No, that's number 4.
That's
Isn't
number 4.
Yeah.
No,
But
it's honorable.
He's saying honorable.
Because
He's
I
like,
don't listen to him nowadays.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like a legacy mention. Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
you
I mean, I know
mean?
a lot of the music that I listened to in middle school or high school. Like they're not really popular now.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are.
Lil
But,
Wayne?
He's definitely popular with his own crowd.
well, I mean, I like Little John. Little John was hot
Yeah.
as shit when I was in high
But
school.
he was just put out a banger for the club type.
Definitely. But
Or
he
in
did
your
his
car,
thing, though.
or in your car in the system. I mean, them things.
Lil
fucking-
Jon
would
did
be
his
more like
thing. Lil
50,
Jon did his thing, man.
He still is.
Don't
All right.
discredit Lil Jon, man.
And who would you say number 5 is?
Shoot, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick, yeah.
Definitely
okay.
Kendrick Lamar. Similar to Future, in my opinion, like in a way, as in like the versatility, not the same type of versatility, but in his own right, versatility and just overall great, like and longevity.
What do you
And
think about
longevity.
Eminem?
Yeah.
Really?
Like he just raps fast, like that's like, and that's
so
not
he busts
even.
the rhymes.
I was about to say that's not even just cause like his dialect or anything, like Busta Rhymes, like the same thing. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like,
But
oh
they
yeah,
don't-
Busta
they
Rhymes.
don't.
Like he just raps fast.
Eminem doesn't.
It's hard
just
though. It's
rhyme
amazing.
fast,
It's very
though.
impressive.
Yeah.
Eminem
But,
doesn't just rhyme fast, bro.
I know. I've definitely heard some old Eminem where he was like
Old
more
Eminem.
like the real Slim Shady song, like when he was more.
Yeah.
He was rapping more like that and not
What do you think about Dre putting them on?
Dre. Oh, Dr. Dre.
Oh shit, dog! You
What do
the
I think
stutter
about
on
it?
Dre?
Well, I mean, then he's thinking
Dre?
about
Who's
Drake,
Dre?
Right? Don't they call
No,
Drake
I thought he said Drake for like a millisecond.
No,
but I was like, no, he said
Dre.
Drake. He said
I
Drake.
said Dre.
What do I think about it? I mean, that's amazing. Like, it's great that
that a guy
He helped
that
him put it
you know
together,
the NWA. Have you heard of the NWA?
100%. I ain't
Okay.
that young. Like, I'm young, but I'm not that
Actually,
naive.
you weren't even born when they were out.
I wasn't at all.
No,
But I
you were
know
born
some history.
2001,
I
bro.
know some.
NWA was
Yeah.
mid '90s.
I don't know all
I
the
didn't.
history,
I
but
didn't know NWA. At that
I
time.
did.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
listening to
So
them.
you got Eazy-E, all right. You got Ren.
Ice Cube.
You got Ice Cube. You got Dr. Dre, and you had one more fucking guy. What the fuck was his name? There was 5 people.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know it either. But I named 4 of them. Hey, I named 4 of them.
Yeah. Did
Bro.
I say 5?
Yeah,
I think it.
I think I did.
was it.
No,
five?
I think I said 5.
Oh no, you said Eminem.
So was there only 4? There was only 4.
I said. Young
But one of the
Thug,
guys
you told me Quan.
that started the. Oh yeah, you did say 5.
I think I did.
Yeah, you did. You named 5. The original,
Mm.
what I would consider mainstream rap,
Yeah,
because that's really what it was.
I can say that.
Mainstream rap started with NWA. They all broke out. And then you have Dr. Dre that says, you know what, Eminem is a good rapper. I'm going to base my entire career behind it. And then,
I don't know about that.
that's exactly what he did. Look at the documentary. That's exactly what he did. And then after that, M then finds 50 Cent.
I like 50 Cent.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that? M is the one that put on 50 Cent.
But-
Dr. Dre put on M. Bro, I mean,
And in between that, shortly after NWA, that's when the people in New York was like, "Yo, like we could do this too."
like who? Diddy?
Well, yes, and etc. Like,
And then Diddy's like,
Biggie
okay,
and
have
whoever
Tupac
else,
killed.
you know.
Biggie was Tupac too, right? That was
Right.
the West Coast.
Yeah, West
Yeah,
Coast.
the West Coast, East Coast.
Well, he
battle.
doesn't remember.
I
he was born
definitely
21.
think just from at least off top that I'm pretty sure it was like NWA, like you said, really being the forerunners.
Fuck
And
the
then-
police, bro.
And then
That's where it started.
people like Biggie and etc. Whoever else came after,
Yes.
really.
They started becoming more
That's when
lyrical.
it became.
More lyrical.
That's when it became more national.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did. And NWA is the start of that.
yeah. Of the widespread of it.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
And
Because
actually,
New York news was New York, West Coast,
Yeah.
West Coast. Like that's when it spread out. Like yo,
And then Pac came up, and Pac was, bro, he was dropping hammers. And this guy,
yeah,
was from Juilliard. He wasn't even a gangster.
Yeah.
Okay, his real name's Clarence. And Clarence lives at home with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. Oh, look, he shook because he don't want to battle with, I don't forget what he says, like Jock Jook or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, Biggie came up. Biggie has the famous freestyle in the middle of New York. Did you ever see it?
No.
Holy shit, bro.
No.
You've never seen it?
either.
Like, I don't know the freestyle.
It is the freestyle that perpetuated him into fame. And then he fucked Lil' Kim, and then he became big, and then him and Tupac tried to settle their differences. Tupac got shot up outside of Biggie's studio in New York, and then that's when the East Coast, West Coast beef happened. Yeah. Then fucking Tupac got shot up and killed at Vegas, and then Biggie died like not a month later. That's when rap exploded.
Yeah. It got some pain in it now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, shit, bro. I know a lot about rap history. I've seen the documentaries and I followed it because
I've seen some.
My favorite shit was Tupac because I thought Tupac was lyrically
lyrically better than Biggie. Yeah, if we talking about
whoa, no. Yeah, I never said that. I never said that.
I think over Biggie. Lyrically better than Biggie.
Yep,
I don't see
Biggie.
That
yes, he was great as a music artist. Yes, I'm not gonna put, Tupac.
I would say Tupac's a poet.
Artist.
I see Tupac as a poet.
So that's why we can say lyrically. You're kind of agreeing.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Definitely lyrically, I say Tupac.
I was a Tupac guy.
Biggie got the more of the
swagger.
The bounce. Yeah, the swagger. Say that. Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Yeah, no. For me, I mean, Lil Jon was big. I mean, at the club.
When you bringing up Lil Jon after we're talking about these fucking heavy hitters, bro? Where the Lil Jon?
Let's not forget Lil Jon.
3-6 Mafia too was hot as hell when I was in the
3. Young Jock.
Yeah, Young Jock was there.
Hustlenomics.
Cool.
I don't think you were old enough for that.
Yeah, I don't know about. I know Young Jock, but I don't know what you just
Hustlenomics.
Named. No.
Holy shit. Young Jeezy?
I know Young Jeezy, yeah.
See, they grew up with Lil Yachty.
I know some history, all right.
And where the fuck Lil Yachty go?
He's still here. No, he's still doing great for himself.
Yeah.
He actually had a sort of hiatus for a few years, but...
Did you think he was good?
Yeah, I always fuck with Lil Yachty.
What about Lil Uzi?
I always liked Lil Uzi. But I didn't always listen to him. Like, I kind of listened to him when he first came out, and then I stopped. Yeah. And I really don't listen to him much nowadays. Like, it's just not really my style.
What was the one song?
He's a great artist for sure.
What was the one song whenever you were out, like in a bar, club, whatever, and that song just was like, damn, I'm pumped up, because we always had songs when I was at the club.
If you pump, boy.
I don't know, like, what would you say was the song that got you, like, you would be like, oh, I'm getting in this thing?
Man, really like a lot of Kodak Black songs, like.
I never listened to him.
Honorable mention, Kodak Black. There you go. This is my honorable mention. But a lot of Kodak Black songs, man. You play a Kodak Black song, they gonna turn up. Like, it's a lot of ones like that is like.
Throw one out there, because I
like okay. A more recent one that's one of the ones is a song called Identity Theft, which is kind of funny. I know a guy that co-produced that. His name is Young and Chriso. He co-produced that beat for Identity Theft. That's one of his recent, hits. Not that recent, actually, but, it's like a young classic. You know what I mean? Because it's only, like, probably around or less than 5 years old, but, it's a classic. Then there's a song called No Flocking. That was his big blow-up song. Anytime you play that, people gonna fuck with it. Man, yeah.
I like Shoulder Lean Back.
He doesn't know those songs.
Them Franchise Boys.
Lean. Oh, maybe he does know.
That's how the Shoulder Lean. Yeah, no, that was.
I was alive.
You were like 2 years old.
I had to be like 7 or something.
Nah, bro. We're talking like 2003.
That's when I started popping out all the birthday parties. Like, when you like 7 and to like 13, like it's just back to back. Like we're going crazy with the birthday parties.
So you heard 3-6 then?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Kind of, not really. Not 3-6 Mafia, but definitely the Shoulder Lean, the snap music, like the Soulja Boy.
Well, 3-6 wasn't really popular until like what, man? Like 2007, 2008? 3-6 Mafia?
I think definitely before that.
Yeah.
They were probably also jumping during that time in their own right. But definitely before that, I think they had like a bigger, more widespread, but than their own audience. To me.
Well, guys, we are getting down to the 2-minute warning, so I want to go ahead and tell Trop, really appreciate you coming on the Happy Hour holidays and gracing us with your presence, man. It has been fun. Do you have anything to tell maybe the audience, like motivation, educational, informational, or, anything that you could help the audience with? Give them a little piece of the final words.
Man, really, I say, man, just like...
You took the shades off. It's serious.
It's serious. It's very serious. Man, I say, man, just whatever you really want to do, don't hesitate. You know what I mean? Like, don't take no hesitations in following your dreams. And your dreams may change. And don't be afraid of that. You know what I mean? Just whatever you feel like is for you at that moment, like in your heart, for real, like not what your friends tell you is for you, or what maybe even sometimes your cousins or your family might tell you they think is for you. Whatever you really feel inside connects with yourself, just go with that. And 99.99999% of the time, it's gonna work out eventually. You know what I mean? And you'll see the signs as long as you're looking for them.
And I could tell, Trop, that was straight from the heart, man, 100%, because you took off the glasses, you stared right into that camera, and you touched our audience and told them what it is, because that is one of the biggest things. Make sure you do what you love and don't, fuck the noise on the outside, because they don't give a shit about you. You care about yourself.
And the only way to become a winner is to lose.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, man, Trop, we really appreciate it. What's your Instagram handle so people can, check you out?
My main page is at TROPIXAL, One Tropical with an X. And the camera portfolio page is Cinewave Films, CINEWAVE Films, FILMS.
I love it, man. Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming on, man. And you guys need some killer videography or photos, hit up Cinewave Films, man. He's doing great work here in Tampa. Tampa born, so you're getting a local boy that knows everything in the city of Tampa. We're proud to be Tampanians up in here, and we represent. So really appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate everybody listening and watching Happy Hour Holidays. So, keep listening and watching. We're going to bring you that great content. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.